You click an image ChatGPT generated, you can annotate and draw some feedback, then ChatGPT will regenerate the image with all your changes. You can also click on the plus button and create a multi-step flow. Assign different tasks to each step and complete a large project with just one click. Wait, what? I don't have these features inside my ChatGPT. Well, you see, for the past 2 years, I built a Chrome extension called Ultra. I created it to unlock hidden abilities inside my ChatGPT to help automate my work. Today, we're pulling back the curtain. I'm going to show you some wild features and hacks that will completely change how you use ChatGPT. Let's dive in. I click the plus button and add 5 additional steps. Then I paste in my prompt to summarize the attached resume. And then I upload a resume into each step. As soon as I press send, it starts summarizing the first resume. Then it does the second resume, the third resume, the fourth, the fifth, then the sixth and final one. As soon as it's done, I can press advanced and export all the summaries into one unified text file. This way, I don't need to pluck out each answer individually from the chat. Now, I create another multi-step flow by adding 4 steps. I paste in my prompt to brainstorm 40 clause ideas for some terms of service text. And then for the remaining 4 prompts, I have ChatGPT generate the clauses themselves. As soon as I press send, it starts brainstorming 40 clause ideas for my terms of service text. For step 2, it generates the first 10 clauses. Step 3 generates the next 10 clauses. Step 4 generates another 10 clauses. And the 5th and final step generates the remaining clauses. Once it's done, I can click advanced and export all the answers into a unified text file. Next, I click plus and create a lawyer tab. I put in my use case of lawyer in Toronto, Canada. Select 20 prompts and click generate. It instantly starts brainstorming with itself and coming up with prompt ideas. Then review the ideas and press continue. Now it starts to generate the prompt library itself, the titles, the emojis, the prompts, and then it even organizes everything into folders. I can also manually save prompts into the library. And when you click the prompts in the sidebar, they instantly populate into the input field. Now I'm going to upload an elevation drawing for a house and ask ChatGPT to turn it into a 3D render. ChatGPT turns the drawing into a realistic 3D render. Then I press the annotate button and start drawing notes on top of the image. I ask ChatGPT to make the door a double door. Make the 3 windows larger and turn the pathway into pavers. ChatGPT goes to work and creates a new image with all our changes. Now the house has double doors, larger windows, and pavers for the pathway. Next, I click on apps and then create app. Let's call this app Business Dashboard. Select a simple one-step build-out. Let's use GPT-03 for writing the code and ask ChatGPT to create an app that can take my raw sales data from a CSV and turn it into a beautiful interactive dashboard. As soon as I press the build button, ChatGPT starts brainstorming with itself and planning the app. Then it writes all the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code for my app. As soon as it's done, I can upload a CSV and get an interactive dashboard with all my data. Your custom-built app runs right inside of ChatGPT. Next, I press on Forms, then Create Form. Let's call this Realtor Automation. Put in the house address, number of bedrooms, features, and size in square feet. Then for the first step, I will have ChatGPT create an MLS description. I make sure to connect all my form variables into the prompt. Then step 2 will generate an email blast, and step 3 will create a Facebook post. Now let's test it out. Put in a house address, number of bedrooms, some features, and the size. Press send. And it instantly starts creating an MLS description with all the info provided. Step 2 generates an email blast with ready-to-go subject lines. Then step 3 creates the Facebook post for the listing. Then I click on Forms again, create form. Let's call this Logo Designer. And just one input that asks for a logo mark letter. This will be used in 10 steps to generate 40 logo concepts. Then I paste in a prompt that asks ChatGPT to use the attached images for inspiration to create a 4 logo concept grid. I then upload 8 inspiration images into the first step. Then I create 9 more steps and copy over the same prompt to create a 4 logo concept grid. I connect the form input with all the steps so that my logo mark letter is passed to each step. Then I upload 8 images to each of the 9 remaining steps. This logo design automation will have a total of 80 inspiration images and will pump out 40 logo concepts with just one click. Let's test it out. I'm going to put down the letter F and press submit. It designs the first batch of logos, then the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, and finally the 10th batch. Now we have a total of 80 logo concepts with just one click. As you can see, these are some amazing logos. Some of these concepts are on the same level as a high-end logo designers. There's a much higher likelihood of generating an amazing logo when you're able to pump out 40 concepts with ChatGPT. We can also press advanced and download all the images with just one click. We open up the zip file and we can see all our logo files. Next, I click on persona, add persona. Let's call this Russian translator. Paste in the instructions where I want ChatGPT to just translate everything it hears. I don't want it to answer questions, just translate. Click on the persona we created. The system will switch into it. Click on advanced voice.
Hey, how are you?
Привет, как дела?
As you can see, it instantly translates anything I say into Russian without any pre-prompting. Now, I have this CNBC article. I can press Command J and ask ChatGPT to summarize it. Within seconds, I get a full summary of the article without ever leaving the page. Now, let's try the assistant with a Google Doc. I press Command J and ask ChatGPT to write an essay on how AI will change work. Within 30 seconds, it writes up a full essay on my topic. Once I press insert, it gets added into my Google Doc. I can select some text and ask ChatGPT to make it longer. It generates a new version of that text, and then I can press a button to swap it out. Here's a TED Talk on YouTube. I can press the Ultra button and ask for a summary. ChatGPT instantly starts writing a 10-point summary of the video. The best part is that I don't need to leave the video page. Now let's try Ultra inside Google Sheets. I turn it on with a switch and connect ChatGPT with my Google Sheet. I paste in my prompt and ChatGPT generates a custom thank you message for June that mentions her gift. Then I stretch the row down and ChatGPT generates a custom thank you message for each row. Here's another sheet. I activate Ultra. It connects with ChatGPT. I paste in my prompt. It asks ChatGPT to put the phone number into a specific format. I stretch that cell down and ChatGPT goes on and fixes all the phone numbers for each individual row. So how much is this upgrade going to cost? I mean, here's software that just unlocks ChatGPT in spreadsheets. If you click on pricing, you can see they charge $19 a month. This is literally just one of dozens and dozens of features we have with Ultra. So you're probably thinking we charge $50 a month or even $100 a month. The reality is actually exactly the opposite. My goal with this software is to make using AI for work accessible to as many people as possible. This is why for people watching this video today, we set up a special discount link. You can get Ultra for $67 a year instead of the much higher regular price by going to getultra.ai/YT or by clicking the link in the description. I'm looking forward to getting your feedback on the software and hearing about all the amazing things you guys are doing with it.